Hi, in this video we can see a simple project using Express.js, Node.js, HTML, CSS and JavaScript, including the Firestore database connection. So we can see the code. There is a server.js. So this code is a Node.js application that uses the Express.js framework to create a simple web server with endpoints for user registration and login. So here is a brief explanation of the code, like why we wrote some lines and why we import modules and etc etc. So now let's look into this. So the first four lines of the code is generally includes the importing the required modules, and we can see here we require the Express.js framework for building web applications and the password hash. We already know that storing the password as same way the user enters will leads to the security reasons, like it will be hacked easily. If we store passwords in a hashed manner, it will be very secure and it will give very security to our web page or app. And the password hash, a package, it is used to securely hash the passwords. And the body parser, here we use this body parser. It is a middleware for parsing JSON and URL encoded data in HTTP requests. So this is about the importing the required modules. And next coming into the setting up the middleware. So this is where we used the app.js and bodyparser.json and app.use bodyparser. Erlang code extend false. So this middleware is configured for the Express.js application. Generally, body parser is generally used to parse JSON and URL encoded data in requests, and express.static. So this serves static files from the public directory, where public we stored the HTML files like login and sign up. And next comes the Firebase installation, like where we write ponds installise app cert require Firebase admin app. So this all includes the Firebase installation. Firebase admin SDK is initialized to access the Firebase Firestore. As we know that here I'm used to store my data in a Firebase database, so I imported the Firebase admin SDK and NoSQL database. A service account key, so that is a key.json, is used for authentication. So I get this key.json from the Firestore database. And initialize app, this initializes the Firebase app, and get Firestore obtains a Firestore instance. So this is about the Firestore installation. And now coming to the routes and the endpoints. So app.get slash, so this is generally a route. A route for the root URL slash is defined to serve an HTML file named start.html. So when I enter the localhost using my port number, it generally gives my start.html page. So this is the route. This is the definition of this route. And another route I used is a sign up submit. This is defined. This post, I used the post method. Post sign up submit is an endpoint for user registration. So it checks if a user with the same mail or username already exists in Firestore. If not, it securely hashes the password and add the user to the database. And next coming to the post login submit, app.post login submit. So this is for user login. When we log in, generally this function or this block of code generally checks for the details I entered in the login page in the Firestore, as I already have an account or not, like that. It retrieves the user's information from the Firestore. It verifies the hashed passwords and allows access if the credentials match. So, and the next one is Firestore database operations. db.collection user data. This user data is the collection this is the name of the collection I created in the Firestore database actually. So the Firestore is queried to check for existing user account during registration. So this rec.body email, this rec.body we generally use it in the post method. So when we use the get method, we generally write rec.query. So here I use the post method because when we use the rec method, like a get method, when I enter the password or my credentials, it appears on the browser. So for this raises security issues, right? when I entered my password, that is the password appearing on the browser is not a correct way of creating a website. So I used the post method instead of get method. So I wrote the rec.body because I used the post method, and Firestore is queried to retrieve information and verify credentials during the login. So this is about the db.collection user data dot where this block of code and starting the server. And at last, app.listen 5000. So finally, Express.js server is started on port 5000 using app.listen. So this code represents a simple web application that allows users to register and log in. It uses Firebase Firestore for data storage, Express.js for handling HTTP requests, and the password hash library for securely managing passwords. The code is structured, organized to handle registration and login process through defined routes and endpoints. So this is about my server.js code, and now look into the other HTML pages I added here. So this is the start.html. This page, this is the starting page of the HTML. So when I enters the port number and sign up and log in, the type of things happen here. And I also write login.html, and this is the login.html page, and this is the sign up.html. So now let's look into the output, like how my website works, and how the input takes and how it stores on the database, etc., like the things. So now we have to first run the code. So we have to run the code, searching. So it is my server.js code. So, and to run the Node.js code, I have to write node space server.js. So now, and I have given a port number as 5000. So going to the browser, so this is my Firestore database, Firestore. So we can see this is my Firestore database. Here I created a project called a full stack project, and I started a collection called user data, which we already seen in the server.js file. And when I enter the localhost 5000, the port number, so we can see this is the this is the starting page of my website. So it is a simple CGPA or it is simple SGPA calculator. So we can sign up or login. Before login, we have to sign up first. So, and we have to give in the username like anything, Apple or etc., any username we want, and a valid password, entering the valid password, and giving the password. So sign up. When we sign up successfully, it asks for the login. So we can get the login. We have to log in by using the username we have entered earlier. So I'm entering. So now we can see this is a SGPA calculator. Here asking for enter the number of subjects. So we know that how a SGPA calculator works. We generally give the credits and the grades we gain, right? So we have to enter the number of subjects in a semester. We can enter any number of subjects. We have to enter the total number of subjects in that semester to calculate the SGPA of that semester. So I'm entering 8 here. So generate fields. We can see it is asking for the credits and how much grades you are gained in the subject. So my actual credit said 3 in the first subject, and I got 10 and 3 10 by entering the fields 7 9 8, and we have to enter including labs. So generally in our college, labs is 1.5 credits, so I'm entering 1.5. I got 10. button and then so we have to click the button calculate CGPA to know the CGPA. So it is giving 9.08 and also giving a message, congratulations, you have achieved an outstanding SGPA. Generally getting SGPA greater than 9 is quite hardworking, so it is giving an encouraging notes also. Now we can see it is also getting logout. By getting logout, it going to the login page, or we can log in through another username or another password like that. So here we can see when we are going to sign up like using the same username or same email 2 different times, it is giving the error. So here we can see I'm giving the same username and changing the Gmail address, and by signing up it is giving that this account is already exist with the email and username. So here my website is taking a unique username and email in unique username and email pair, like so by keeping the same username, signing up with the same username and same mail, you can see what happens here. So it is already giving you have already account, you can't create a new account, so please log in, like that it is given. So by logging in, I'm going to the web page, the SGPA calculator. So by adding the subjects, by generating the fields, I can calculate my SGPA easily. And you can see this in this Firestore database in user data collection, we can see the sign up data is being stored. So that's why we can logging in by using the mail we used in the sign up.